Rob, when you were 18, did you think you'd be doing something like this?
Well, initially, I was hoping to go into the sciences and become an astronaut. That was my big childhood dream for a long time.
Yeah, that
And
sort of delayed that or destroyed that dream, huh?
physics and math. I actually loved it, but not a math was by any stretch of imagination. God's clear calling was no, you're going to work with people. Initially, I thought, and I was actually headed to the Army. I'd already done the delayed entry program or the DEP program where you can sign up when you're still enrolled in high school and then get shipped off when you graduate. Ironically, around 18 years old, not with too much, with not much time to spare, my dad, who was an Army recruiter for 22 years, and in fact, one of the nation's leading recruiters, he won what's called the Army recruiting ring, kind of like a Super Bowl ring, completely just tabula rasa, blank slate. And I could tell you more about that, but that's when I was 18 years old, I was a whole basket of confused.
I mean, that no to the Army. Any other examples of saying yes to something or no to something that has completely shifted your life that you look back and say, "Oh, I should have
Yeah.
said yes to this, or I should have said no to this, or I'm glad I said yes to this or no to this."
Man, I am so blessed. I've had very few regrets in my decision making over the years. God has led me in ways that I can't even really describe in a short period of time here. But the first thing I said yes to was, yeah, I'm going to go to college, and not knowing anyone, not knowing really anything about it. No one in my family had gone to college on either side before, other than my dad, who was doing a few correspondence courses to be a pilot, and he actually fulfilled that, but he never went to college. The next thing I said yes to was not long after orientation, one of my residence hall staff members in Towers West said, "Hey, you should run for Towers West Hall Council president." I'm like, okay.
All right, so there's a
Uh,
yes, right?
a short campaign later, and I get thrust into what would later be a long career in higher education. Basically, learning how residence halls work, kind of getting a glimpse of what administration's like. And that kind of was my first step into the world of higher education administration with the student leadership role. And it was a great time. Leadership, communication, planning meetings, agendas, all kinds of stuff. It was interesting what God was doing at that time to plant a few seeds that later sprouted.